Saint Alphonsa, the Passion Flower. Dear friends, we are glad to present to you the life, holiness, and inspirations of Saint Alphonsa of the Immaculate Conception, known as the Passion Flower, the icon of suffering. Saint Alphonsa was born on 19th August 1910 to Joseph and Mary Muttathupadat at Kudamalur, Kottayam district, Kerala. She was the fourth child named as Anna. Her parents called her lovingly Anna Kutti. Her mother died a few months after her birth. She was then raised by her maternal aunt. As she grew up, there were many marriage proposals from reputed families. Her aunt was bent on giving her in marriage to a wealthy and handsome man. But Annakutti felt a strong calling to the religious life. She had great devotion to Saint Teresa of Child Jesus and Passion of Christ. Saint Teresa of Child Jesus appeared to her in a dream and told her that she would become a saint. At the age of 13, she intentionally burned her feet to avoid an arranged marriage and to pursue her religious vocation. She joined Franciscan Clarist congregation in 1930.
She was a teacher by profession. Her students loved her so much. She dedicated her life in the Clarist congregation. She endured serious illness. She never regretted or complained about her illness. She is known for her life of intense physical suffering, which she embraced as a way to grow closer to Jesus. Her life is one of quiet suffering that transformed into a powerful, widespread spiritual legacy. She died at the age of 35 on July 28, 1946. Her tomb is placed at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Bernanganam. Numerous miraculous cures have been attributed through her intercession, one of which was the straightening of clubbed feet of a child in 1999, was the miracle officially approved by the Vatican for her canonization. The keynote of her life, dead to self, live for Christ and in Christ. We are greatly inspired by her sayings. A day without suffering is a day lost. I wish to suffer for the sake of God's love and rejoice in it. Jesus shows us his love by giving us crosses. I am a daughter of suffering. It is with stones of suffering and sacrifice that we build mansions for us in heaven.
She was declared blessed by Pope John Paul II on February 8, 1986 in Kottayam, Kerala. She was declared saint by Pope Benedict XVI on October 12, 2008 in Vatican City. Her feast day is July 28th. She is the first canonized woman saint of India in the Catholic Church. She is a great model of holiness, virtues, and values to imitate. The first, joyful acceptance of suffering. St. Alphonsa teaches us that suffering, when united to Christ's passion, can be redemptive and source of spiritual growth. She never complained and even desired more suffering for the sins of the world and the good of others.
unwavering faith and trust in God. Despite continuous physical ailments, spiritual conflicts, and being misunderstood by others, she maintained a steadfast faith and trust in God's providence. This challenges modern religions to place their trust in God even when circumstances are difficult or confusing.
Humility and simplicity. Saint Alphonsa's life was marked by simplicity and a deep humility. She did not seek human sympathy or attention for her suffering, but rather lived a hidden life dedicated to God, which is a powerful message against contemporary materialism and self promotion.
Selfless love and charity. Her life was an oblation, a sacrifice of suffering for the good of others. She voluntarily accepted the blame and punishment for the faults of others and even prayed for the transfer of others' illness to herself. This radical charity inspires a selfless and other centered love in today's world. Perseverance and fortitude. Pope Benedict XVI highlighted her heroic virtues of patience, fortitude, and perseverance in the midst of deep suffering, reminds us that God provides the strength needed to overcome every trial. These virtues are essential for remaining faithful to one's vocation in a world of constant distractions and challenges.
Commitment to prayer. Prayer was the heart of her spirituality. She emphasized the importance of being aware of God's presence and the Eucharistic centered life, dedicating time for personal prayer and other devotions. This highlights the need for a consistent and deep prayer life for religious individuals today.
Fidelity to vocation. She demonstrated profound fidelity to her calling as a bride of Christ, resisting family and social pressure for marriage. Her example encourages religious to be more faithful to their commitments to God. Saint Alphonsa is a role model for the religious life. Today, in the present context, we need to imbibe her spiritual qualities, virtues, to live a committed life, light, to guide us to accept the suffering in our life joyfully. May God bless us, all of us, through the intercession of our Saint Alphonsa. Thank you.